If you were, effectively sat on a plane or sat on a train next to a traditional graphic designer of today, who's, sort of in their mid-career, if you like, wherever that number falls, and they are more used to Photoshop. Maybe they go back as freehand and Illustrator, of course, and, let's call that the traditional graphic designer of today. And they were somewhat resistant to sort of step out of their traditional comfort zone. What type of conversation would you have? How would you even sort of, if someone was trying to not necessarily resist, but certainly how would you coach a more traditional designer to take a peek at creative coding?
I think I would probably start by asking them, obviously most designers nowadays knows their way around Photoshop. Just take a look at the tool palette and just take a look at how all of these like representations of the icons are remediations of analog tools. Like we've even got this little smearing hand, we've got a pen, we've got a ruler. All of these things originate and date back to things that when they were analog. So it's actually, Photoshop is just a big digital remake or remediation of the analog tool. And obviously now Photoshop has evolved into something that is much more than that. But the original versions of Photoshop were just that. Now we've seen obviously AI being embedded into all of these like the design suites that most graphic designers use today. So I would probably also have a little conversation about AI and how they use AI. And then I would probably end up offering them a little bit of more like a glimpse into something that could hopefully inspire them to look into coding, namely the idea that they have as graphic designers also the responsibility for giving back to the discipline itself by being curious and trying to push it forward. Because if we don't have graphic designers that try to push things forward, things will just stagnate.